I remember nights when the sky looked darker than my soul. The cold winds blowing through the cracks of a broken home. I was chasing shadows down roads with no names, running from the mirror, trying to drown the shame. Every promise that I made, I somehow broke. Every prayer I tried to whisper fell like smoke. I was sinking in a river of my own mistakes, 1,000 miles away from mercy and grace. Mama said, son, the good Lord never gives up on you. But I was too busy living like I had nothing left to lose. With every mile I drove on that crooked road, I was carrying guilt like a heavy load. Somewhere in the silence of a midnight prayer, I felt a light telling me someone still cared. I'm a living proof of grace, a sinner that mercy couldn't erase. I was lost in the dark, far from the light, but heaven kept calling my name that night. Every scar on my soul tells a story of pain. Every tear that I cried washed away the shame. I ain't perfect, but I'm standing here today. I'm a living, breathing proof of grace. There was a time when whiskey was my only friend, and every sunrise felt like the world would end. I was sleeping in my truck by the river bend, wondering if broken hearts ever mend. I try to bury the past in a bottle of regret, but forgiveness ain't something you forget. It finds you in the quiet when the night gets cold, when you're tired of carrying the weight of your soul. I heard an old church choir through an open door, singing about a love I never knew before. The sound of those voices hit me like rain, washing away years of hurt and pain. I walked in slowly with my head bowed down, like a stranger wearing a guilty crown. I'm a living proof of grace, a sinner that mercy couldn't erase. I was lost in the dark, far from the light, but heaven kept calling my name that night. Every scar on my soul tells a story of pain. Every tear that I cried washed away the shame. I ain't perfect, but I'm standing here today. I'm a living, breathing proof of grace. Knelt on the floor where the broken hearts pray, and I whispered, Lord, show me a better way. The preacher said, son, you don't have to hide, there's forgiveness waiting on the other side. I felt chains falling off my chest, like a storm finally letting my spirit rest. For the first time in years I could finally breathe, like the weight of the world had been lifted from me. All the roads that I walked that led me astray somehow brought me right here today. Maybe every scar had a reason to be, just another chapter in my story of mercy. I looked at the cross hanging on the wall and realized grace was bigger than it all. I'm a living proof of grace, a sinner that mercy couldn't erase. I was lost in the dark, far from the light, but heaven kept calling my name that night. Every scar on my soul tells a story of pain. Every tear that I cried washed away the shame. I ain't perfect, but I'm standing here today. I'm a living, breathing proof of grace. Now I walk these roads with a different heart, knowing every ending is a brand new start. The past still whispers, but it don't control the man I'm becoming or the strength in my soul. I sing for the broken who feel alone, for the runaway hearts that lost their home, for the ones who believe they're too far gone, but mercy's been waiting for them all along. If you're listening now in the dead of night, thinking your world ain't worth the fight, let me tell you something that saved my life. There's redemption on the other side of the fight. And if God could save a man like me, then anybody can finally be free. Grace found me where the darkness grew. Love broke through like the morning dew. Every tear that fell became a seed, growing faith from a desperate need. I ain't the man that I used to be, but every step tells my history. And every mile on this winding road is proof that heaven carried my soul. I'm a living proof of grace, a sinner that mercy couldn't erase. drowning deep in a world of sin, but love reached down and pulled me in. Every scar on my soul tells a story of pain, but redemption washed me clean again. I ain't perfect, but I'm standing here today. I'm a living, breathing proof of grace. Yeah, I walked through fire and endless rain, but the good Lord carried me through the pain. And every breath that I take today is a miracle written by grace. So if you see me singing on this broken stage, just know I survived my darkest days. Every note I sing, every tear I trace is the sound of a man saved by grace. Yeah, I ain't a preacher, I ain't a saint, just a sinner who knows what mercy ain't. But the reason I'm standing here today is I'm a living proof of grace.